As promised in my last video here on the channel, I said that there would be a follow-up, a quick follow-up to the previous video because there's so many sales going on right now on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Over 800 deals, it's absolute madness, and honestly, one video is not enough to cover some of the best deals that you need to look out for. There's just so much good stuff right now. So for today, I have 15 more deals for you guys to look out for that you need to consider adding to your digital collection for the Nintendo Switch. Of course, there's a lot of games here that are for the lowest price ever, and then some of them that haven't been on sale for a very, very long time. So let's get to that list, but before we do, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a single video. Let's get to the list. In my previous video, I mentioned that Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, was on sale right now for $19.99, a very, very good deal. But there's actually more Crash Bandicoot goodness on sale right now that I wasn't aware of the first time around. Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled is on sale right now for $15.99. It matches its previous low. It only had this price like once before. It's a great kart racer for the system, and it looks really well. It's not 60 frames per second, it's 30 frames, but that's alright. It looks really good, plays really well. There's online multiplayer, a great reimagining of the classic. Toys for Bob did some good work here. And at $16, that's a really, really good deal. Sale will end October 4th on this title. But in addition to that, we have Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time. That's also on sale. This is the second time it's ever been on sale on the eShop. And honestly, it floors me how good this port was. Again, like I mentioned in the previous video, Toys for Bob from Activision really knows how to work their magic on the Nintendo Switch. Crash 4 is on sale right now for $29.99, normally $39.99, but we actually have a couple more Crash Bandicoot deals beyond these two. Consider getting the Crash Bandicoot Quadrilogy bundle. That includes both Crash Bandicoot Trilogy as well as Crash 4 for $41.99. Much cheaper than even on sale for those two being separate. Normally, this pack is $69.99, so this is a pretty good deal for 4 Crash Bandicoot games. But, there's one more bundle here that's probably the best out of the bunch, and that is the Crash Bandicoot Crashiversary bundle. That includes Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, as well as Crash Bandicoot 4, as well as Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. You can have this all for $59.99, and that's not a cheap chunk of change, but it's far better than the $100 it normally goes for, and honestly, you're getting 5 really good games for your system. A lot of tremendous value for your Nintendo Switch. You probably need to consider this if you haven't obtained any of these games on the list here. This is great, 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 and all this Crash Bandicoot goodness ends October 4th. So if you're interested in any of this, make sure to pick it up before then. Moving on from Crash, we're Moving Out. Moving Out is a fun multiplayer party game where you try to move furniture and other things from different jobs. It's a very fun multiplayer game, best played in co-op. You can play it in single player, but I highly encourage you to get this if you have another friend to play with or another family member. This game will lead to a lot of hilarious moments. It will make you laugh your butt off as each job gets crazier and crazier. If you played Overcooked before, this is probably a game to consider if you really liked Overcooked. But anyway, it's on sale right now for $8.49, normally $24.99. A very, very good deal. In fact, the lowest price it's ever been. Consider picking it up before October 4th. We have an RPG here, Shining Resonance Refrain, at $9.99, which is a really good price for an RPG. Now, when this was released, it didn't really set the world on fire, and honestly, I think it went under the radar for most people. I played it. I actually had a lot of fun with it. It's not the most memorable JRPG, but it looks good and runs well on the Switch. JRPG fans, if you're looking for another game to add to your never-ending list, pick this up. It's on sale right now for $9.99, normally $29.99, and sale will end October 4th on this title. Nintendo recently announced that Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive games are coming to the Nintendo Switch in October. But I'm here to tell you today, you can get 50 of those Sega games on sale right now for just $14.99, normally $29.99. A heck of a deal for your Nintendo Switch. And you got a lot of classics there. You got the Streets of Rage series, Golden Axe, Phantasy Star, Shining Force, a lot of gems, 50 games for $15. That's a heck of a steal. If you're a retro game fan, you need to consider this for your Nintendo Switch. Sale will end October 4th. But maybe you're a fan of the retro style and you're looking for some more modern-ish games. Consider the Blaster Master Trilogy, because all 3 games are on sale right now on the eShop. First we have Blaster Master Zero, that's available for $4.99. This has not been on sale for a very, very long time. Normally it's $9.99. It's a great adventure, one of the early eShop titles. It invokes a lot of Metroidvania. You control a vehicle that you explore in kind of a side-scrolling format as you try to defeat enemies and find paths so you can actually come out of your vehicle and explore. Those segments are really, really cool. Being out of your vehicle kind of has a top-down perspective. There's a lot of fun gameplay here. But in addition, we also have Blaster Master Zero 2, an excellent sequel to the first one that's also $4.99. Again, this has not been on sale for a very, very long time. It's normally $9.99. You might as well pick up both for the price of what one would normally go for. There's some excellent gameplay to be had here and a lot of adventure. And you know a series is good if they make a 3rd game in it. And you have Blaster Master Zero 3 that recently just came out for the eShop. And that's actually on sale. Again, lowest price ever at $11.99. This one is the finale in the trilogy. Everything they learned in the previous games, boom, it's here, plus more. If you pick up all 3 here for a little more than $20, you have a trilogy of some awesome games for your Nintendo Switch. Sale on all 3 of these will end October 4th. The famed Axiom Verge is also on sale right now on the Nintendo Switch eShop. And this one, like the Blaster Master games, has not been on sale for a very, very long time. So it's good to see that this is on sale again. Normally $19.99. If you're wanting to get a good Metroidvania prior to Metroid Dread coming out next month, Axiom Verge is a great game to do so. One of the best Metroidvanias out there, and honestly it feels right at home on a Nintendo system. It's a little dark and brooding, not too much, not too bad, but if you've never played this game, do yourself a favor and do so at a steal of a price. So it will end October 4th. So recently No More Heroes 3 came out on the Nintendo Switch, and that game has come out to very positive reviews. A lot of people are having a lot of fun with the latest game in the series. But if you're a fan of the first 2 adventures, or looking to see what the games were like prior to the 3rd part, consider picking up No More Heroes 1 and 2. No More Heroes is available right now for $14.99, the lowest price it's ever been. In fact, it's actually the first time it's ever been on sale in the eShop, period. And normally it's $19.99. And then No More Heroes 2 is available for $14.99 as well. Again, lowest price ever, normally $19.99. Both games are really good adventures. Both games are really good. I played them back on the Nintendo Wii. They're really good ports here. Consider picking them up. Sale actually ends for these games September 30th, so it's coming up really fast. So don't dawdle on this if you want to save a few bucks. The next game we have on the list here is actually a sports title, and that's Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, the official video game. This game actually came out in North America this year prior to the Olympics. And I actually had a lot of fun with this game. I picked it up for a good price as well prior to this. At $19.99, that's cheaper than I paid for it. It's the lowest price ever. normally $39.99. There's 18 events to choose from, and not everyone's a winner, but there's some really good stuff here. I love baseball, basketball is fun, rugby is fun in this. This game actually has 8 players support, which is pretty amazing. Most games don't have that. But what really impressed me about this title is the fact that the character customization is really deep, and you're able to create some really cool characters. And of course, you're able to dress up in a costume, a mascot costume, as Sonic the Hedgehog, and compete in these events. I had a lot of fun with it. If you're interested in seeing some of the gameplay, I'll link you to a video, it should be in the top corner there, that I did where I went through every single event as Sonic the Hedgehog, as well as some of the characters I created for the game. Sale ends for this title October 4th. If you like Saints Row the Third, and I recommended it in the previous video because it's had some really good patches and the gameplay is much better than it did at launch. Saints Row 4 Re-Elected is on sale right now for the same price at $13.99, normally $39.99. And this game is even crazier than Saints Row the Third. Where Saints Row the Third was more of a parody of Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row 4 is more of a parody of superhero games. You'll gain a lot of powers, superhero powers. You'll be able to jump long distances, travel at insane speeds, and do some crazy stuff. And of course, like the third one on the Switch, this includes all the DLC that was ever released for it, as well as online multiplayer co-op. And of course, that dynamic resolution returns from Saints Row the Third. This is a great game to pick up for a very good price. Sale ends October 4th. And for the final game for today, I have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's on sale for the very first time. Lowest price ever at $29.99, normally $39.99. This is a remaster of the first 2 legendary games in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series. If you're a fan of the originals, they're all lovingly presented here in the modern era. A bunch of new content added as well. And if you've never played a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, or maybe played one of the later ones and didn't really like it, this is a good game. Pick this up. This is a good starting point. Stay away from those later games. They didn't do well for good reason. And hopefully here on out, Activision takes note and produces good skateboarding games. Sale ends for this title October 4th. And there you go, part 2 of the list. There's so many eShop deals going on right now. Again, if you haven't looked at the first video, please do so. I'll have a link down below for it. And if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. It helps out this video, helps out this channel. And make sure to subscribe so you never miss a single video. I do a lot of these eShop deal videos, but I also do a lot of Nintendo Switch reviews, game news, as well as some guides and tips and tricks. Some good stuff here on the channel. Check out my other videos. And finally, a big shout out to the Kaiju Club patrons, the official Patreon of this channel. These wonderful people you see on screen right now. Through their Patreon pledges and support, it helps me out so I can produce videos for this channel. Thank you so much for being a Patreon member. If you wish to join the Kaiju Club Patreon Club, check out the link to the Patreon on the screen right now. It's also in the description box down below. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time. Thank you.